I want you to put a number in your head. It's the number 40. Keep it right there for a moment. I'll get back to that number. It's a big number to a pig farmer from Missouri. Mary, it's good to see you. How are we all doing today, Daria? We had a meeting in Missouri called CAFO, Far From the Farm. So appreciate everybody. Let's see, 40. You got that number? The time I began hog farming as a fourth-generation farmer in Missouri to today, that's the number of hog farmers that have gone out of business per day. 40. John Hanson and his team, 1984, began to talk about cool. We're going to talk a little bit about that today in recent attacks. I met my good friend Mike Callicrate after I'd passed some legislation in Missouri that created a state cool, banned packers from owning livestock, and we gave the state attorney general the power to enforce the Packers and Stockyards Act, Dudley, wherever my good friend Dudley is. And the world kind of came unglued on me. Mike was there to help defend me. The right for consumers to know. Transparency. Transparency. There's no one in this room ashamed of how we view agriculture and how we wish and hope America will return to that agriculture. 1984, John Hanson, there was probably a lot more people to fill the room that understood what proper agriculture is about. Chris Peterson. There was opportunity in 1984. It was beginning to turn with the crisis, the farm crisis. We'll be moving off the lands. Barbara knows about that, and so do you, with the Rural Life Day and the Catholic Diocese and the conference working on those issues and saving farmers. And John Hanson talks about stories about talking them off the ledge as a large number of farmers were committing suicide. Many were just driven off the land, the number 40. The number 40 was driven off the land. Lowell and I worked together for years. We know the neighbors that aren't there anymore. A couple of years ago, Wayne Pacelli came to me and said he had an eye. What's been 2.5? Oh, I'm getting older, Wayne. It's 2.5 years, almost going on 3 now. But you know that there's a lot in common that we share with our cousins in the city, with folks around this country that care about animals. And oddly enough, we in agriculture claim, well, the consumers are too far removed from the farm. He gave me an opportunity to build that bridge back between the kind of agriculture that the HSUS stands for and supports and the kind of agriculture you live every day. Whether you're pulling calves out of the stream and darn near drowning in the spring, right? Or you're nestling that little calf's head in your lap. From 1984, when John started on Cool, when I began in the 90s, there's a lot less of us. And building a bridge with 11 million of HSUS's constituents makes a lot of sense to me. And I've been honored to introduce that community to our community. And I'm proud to be part of the Humane Society of the United States. And if we're going to win these fights, it's not that we won't muster. We'll all pick up our sabers, and we will all charge. But there's so few of us anymore, we don't have the ability to penetrate the line. We have an obligation for what we know is right in agriculture to have a dialogue and to reach out and to build alliances with those in the Humane Society of the United States and those that care about animals just like we do. Cool is just but one example of where we share a value. Now I want to tell you, for years, I hate to say specific names, but the industrialized ag organizations have used diversionary tactics to convince us that the real problem is over here with folks like the HSUS. The whole time, the number 40 every day was clicking away. Those of you in this room, and I appreciate the leadership and how we've come together and we're working together, but all of us in this room need to think, do we want to talk about what we don't agree on and watch there be 40 fewer hog farmers in America tomorrow morning? Or do we want to find that common ground? So as HSUS, and we're working to put more farmers back on the land. Building the bridges among those communities who care about agriculture done right. I get to be the Vice President of Outreach and Engagement, and I greatly appreciate OCM. I've been a member for years. Cool. You know, one of the things that we have to focus on. Every day, every week I pay into the checkoff, pork checkoff. And every day NPPC uses my own money to create my end and my neighbor's end. The issue that Fred and Mike and you all raised last year with NCBA and these pork and these checkoff dollars is dead on. We need transparency. And you all are working hard, and Matt Pinzer's up next, and he's just going to make a couple of comments because I'm kind of giving him cover here. As a lawyer, he knows we can't talk about everything, nor will we. But he's fully committed. He's a bright young attorney for HSUS that I just love. He is a strategist. He thinks through these issues, and he's fully committed right along with myself and Wayne today to build those bridges and build those alliances so that number 40. One day I would like to say the number 40 was the number of farmers we brought back to the land today. That should be our goal. Thank you all very much.